Hey everybody, it's Daniel. I promised this video a long time ago that I was going to make a video about places I like in Tetuan. So, hey, I think today is the day. We're starting right here, in my house. This is my window. This is the view out my window. And, pardon my natural lighting here. Not very professional as far as YouTube things go, but hey. I actually like this because it's not the most beautiful view, but most people in Madrid have no view. I lived in a place before where there was, the view of the building 2 meters away across the little street. Not nearly as nice as this. So, over here is the nice part of Madrid, and, not Tetuan. And, we have a couple of important hotels over here and some other stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna take a walk around the neighborhood and we'll see what we find. I hope you enjoy this tour of Tetuan. This street here is famous for having a lot of Asian supermarkets, Chinese supermarkets, and here's a secret. I love Chinese food and Asian food in general. I also love cooking, but I don't love cooking Asian food because every time I've tried, it's just not very successful. I think there's something more complicated than what I understand. But I do like going to the Asian supermarkets to just look at interesting stuff. There's a few things that I buy. They have hot peppers, for example, which are difficult to find in Spain. They also have coconut milk and things like that, which are good for making curries. That's the one Asian thing that I am capable of making. Other than that, I find just the supermarket experience to be very complicated because they have thousands of things. I don't know what anything is. I don't know how to use it. And so, I don't know. Someday I will learn how to make excellent Asian food, but probably not this weekend. So Tetuan has a lot of these old buildings that are sometimes falling down or abandoned. I think they're the original buildings from after the Civil War that people would just build by hand, the casas bajas, we could call them. And, slowly they're being replaced by newer buildings, but slowly because all of this economic crisis we've had, not many people have been building new houses. So there's just a couple of construction projects in the neighborhood, but not that much. Anyway, this is my park, one of my parks where I come. I've filmed a couple of videos here, but mostly I just come here to run a little bit or to do pull-ups on the pull-up bars. So yeah, Parque Rodriguez Sahagún. Of course, today there's not very many people here because it's cold. The sun has not come out. And, one thing that's always very interesting to me about Spanish life is just how late Spanish people wake up on weekends. I understand that the Spanish sleeping schedule involves, not very much sleep during the week, and so people like to sleep a lot on weekends. But, my sleeping schedule, I try to be in bed, between 11 p.m. and midnight, which would be scandalously late where I'm from in Arizona, but here in Spain that's really early. So even on weekends I wake up at 7 or 8, 9 if I had a really late night, and that's my my weekend sleep schedule also. But it's difficult to, even in my neighborhood, it's difficult to find a cafe that's open in the morning because, people start their day so late that why would anyone want to serve coffee at 10 in the morning? I don't know, Spanish lifestyles versus American lifestyles. It's an exciting thing that someday I will understand. Anyway, I think our next stop is the Mercado Municipal, the municipal market. So that's going to be fun. Hopefully, I'll buy some fish for lunch. Let's see. Okay, so now we're in Plaza de la Remonta. The market is an interesting experience always because, well, it has advantages such as better quality products, fresher products. The people in the market all know me, so they treat me better than somebody at a supermarket would. However, it just seems to take forever. So I feel like I spent an hour standing there waiting for the guy to give me fish, sell me fish. They have to prepare fish for people who buy a lot of fish. So, somebody who's buying 7 different kinds of fish. It's a lot of preparation, and then I come and I just want one fish. So sometimes I feel as if I should just eat tuna from a can and it would be simpler. But anyway, this is another thing. People ask me why I don't eat that much fish. And the basic reason is because in Arizona we just don't eat that much fish. It's one of those things. At least in my family, when we were growing up, we would eat fish twice a year. My mom would make salmon once a year, and then the other time we would have tuna from cans, like tuna salad or something, which is basically something similar to ensaladilla rusa here, maybe. So we just didn't have really a habit of eating fish. On the other hand, what we would do occasionally is go to California on vacation. And in California, I remember eating fish. I think the logic behind this was being close to the beach means you should eat fish. But being in Arizona, why? Why eat fish? So I remember eating squid for the first time in California, and it was great. But it's not something we would ever see in Arizona, as far as I know. Anyway, so that's my typical Arizona desert fish culture situation. I am sure that somebody out there in Arizona is eating a lot of fish right now and would tell me I'm wrong. Anyway, I'm not a sociologist, so if you want to know about these things in greater detail, buy a sociology textbook that talks about fish consumption in the United States. I have no idea. Anyway, I'm going to try to find somewhere to have some coffee. We're very close to Calle Bravo Murillo here. Bravo Murillo, probably not very many people know this, but he was the one who started the company Canal Isabel Segunda, Canal Isabel Segunda, which is the company that built the canals bringing water to Madrid. This was in the mid-19th century. Before that, Madrid had problems with drinking water. It was, there was not that much water for everybody to use here in Madrid, and so the canals were very important for the development of the city. Another interesting thing about Juan Bravo Murillo is that he brought the metric system to Spain. I promise you, probably nobody else knows this. I just found it out because of Wikipedia while I was waiting at the fish market. All I knew previously was he was involved with the canals. There's some kind of emergency back there. Anyway, so yeah, that's Juan Bravo Murillo. The street is just called Bravo Murillo. It's the main street going up from Cuatro Caminos to Plaza Castilla. Anyway, coffee time. Okay, so I think we're gonna finish the video here in my park, my other park. This is the park in Plaza Castilla. It's actually, I think, called Parque de Canal Isabel II or something similar. And this area, this part of Madrid is interesting because I spent a lot of time here when I was first in Madrid in 2004, because I was studying. I was studying to be an English teacher at a language school right over here. You know, you do a course. It's a kind of short course to become an English teacher in Spain or in other countries. And yeah, I was doing the course over here, and so I would spend a lot of time actually here in the park or on Calle Bravo Murillo, because there were two things. The first thing is there was a cafe. It was a Colombian cafe, and there were real Colombian girls there. And I was 21 years old. I was, young and innocent, and I had probably never seen Colombian girls before, and they were very beautiful. And so I would go like twice a day to have coffee and talk to the Colombian girls and practice my Spanish. When we talk about learning a language, a lot of people think making mistakes is going to be embarrassing. My advice is find something that's interesting to do and communicate about in English. In my case, with Spanish, talking to Colombian girls was so interesting that I was not embarrassed about making mistakes. Because why be embarrassed, man? Anyway, this is just me and my being young and idealistic and all of this. The other thing that was interesting about this area is the place where I had coffee today is called Gago, and it's the first authentic Spanish bar that I ever went to. We would go after class. We would, spend all day learning to be English teachers, and then we would go, me and my classmates who were from the UK mostly, we would go to the bar, and we went to this bar, Gago, a lot, which is just a typical, Spanish bar. But the thing is, I remember perfectly that we would walk down, the first day after class, we walked down the street looking for a bar that wasn't dirty. And we didn't find any, so we went to Gago. The thing that we didn't understand is that here in Madrid, at least, if you go to a bar that has it has napkins and shrimp heads and olive pits and things all over the floor, that's a good thing for a bar, because it means that the bar is, has a lot of customers, it's popular, probably the food is good, they give tapas, and that's why there's shrimp heads on the floor. But we didn't know this. We were Giris. We had just arrived. We thought, this was not very hygienic. And, I think now this kind of bar is disappearing a little bit. We have a lot more of gastro bars now, and not so many of the old places with lots of garbage on the floor. So, it's just something that happens. Life goes on. I'm not sure if there's any big conclusion I want to draw with this video. This has been Places in Tetuán. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to go home and make my fish. So, yeah, fun times. I hope you have a great day wherever you are. If you see me walking around here in Tetuán or, anywhere in Madrid, say hi. Tell me, hey, Daniel. Go to my website also, madridingles.net, and, enjoy life. Learn English. Speak English, most of all. It's important. Have a great day. Bye.